Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me on drsue.ca. That's drsue.ca. Today, we're talking about whether obesity can lead to urinary incontinence in women and in men. Urinary incontinence is common in women of all body shapes and sizes, but the risk is higher in women with obesity. While up to half of middle aged women report incontinence, the risk of severe incontinence is over 3 times higher in women with a BMI of 30 or higher compared to women with a BMI of 22 to 24. An earlier age of onset of obesity increases the risk of incontinence, and for each 5 unit increase in BMI, the risk of daily incontinence increases by about 60%. The association between elevated weight and stress incontinence, which is urine leakage with coughing, sneezing, or physical activity, is the strongest, but also present for urge incontinence, which is the strong, uncontrollable urge to urinate. So that's women. Now let's ask, does obesity put men at risk of urinary incontinence as well? The data in men are surprisingly sparse compared to the extensive data in women. An observational study of almost 1,000 men and women, about half of each, with an average age of 59, presenting from a urinary dysfunction research network, found that for every 10 centimeter larger waist, there was a 24% higher risk of urge incontinence in both men and women with central obesity. A higher risk of stress incontinence with larger waist size was only noted for females. Another observational study found that while the risk of incontinence started to go up for older women at a BMI of about 25, which is the threshold for having overweight, and increased from there, the risk for older men only started to rise at a BMI above 35. So, how does obesity lead to urinary incontinence? The increased pressure in the abdomen due to the collection of fat increases pressure on the bladder and causes strain of the pelvic floor muscles. The increased production of inflammatory hormones and oxidative stress that is common in obesity is also thought to play a role. So, how much weight is needed to improve urinary incontinence? Most of the data looking at the benefits of weight loss for incontinence is also in women, with at least 5 to 10% weight loss recommended to see improvement. These numbers are based on lifestyle intervention studies. A study of bariatric surgery patients found that the percentage of men reporting urinary incontinence decreased from 22% to 10% at a year with 27% weight loss, and the percentage of women reporting incontinence decreased from 49% to just 18% with a 30% weight loss. Interestingly, no studies have yet evaluated the effect of weight management medications like GLP-1 based medications or other obesity medications on urinary incontinence in any gender. So, the bottom line is that while urinary incontinence is more common in women with obesity, with the risk increasing at just a slightly elevated BMI, men with obesity are at risk as well. It's important to have the conversation about this health issue in the clinic, and it can be an important treatment target of weight management for all genders. Studies to evaluate weight loss medication for benefit to urinary incontinence are lacking. That's all for today. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to check out the deep dive for the links to all these data today on my website, drsue.ca.